Hello, hello. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yes. Hi guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Somebody clap. Clap, 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 clap. Because I'm back on YouTube. And from the title of the video, you already know what this is about. You know, I'm going to be making moi moi here, and while I'm making moi moi, I'm going to be gisting you guys about what's been going down, what has happened while I've been away from YouTube and at this point other social media platform. I'm going to start by cutting up my ingredients and getting ready to cook, and then get into the juice and the tea of what's happening. For my ingredients, I have my beans that has been soaking in water for a couple of hours now, I think. And listen, if you come on this channel and you think, wait, I'm going to be doing many I've stopped peeling my beans, so I'm not going to peel these beans, because if you think about it, really, why did we start peeling beans, you know? So I'm not going to peel beans. Please keep your judgments to yourself. This is a judgment free zone, so if you have judgments, keep it to yourself. Thank you. And then I have my bell peppers here and one onion, and yeah, one thing I forgot is atarodo. As a Yoruba girl, we need atarodo in our life. So I'll take the abenero out in a few seconds when I'm ready to blend all of this up. And I have oil, seasoning, salt, curry, thyme, crayfish powder. Yes, you have to add crayfish powder. Then I have, you know, the mede, eggs and fish right here. And I'm going to move all of this over so I can start blending. All right, so I'll start by cutting this. Okay, where do I start from? Last year, before I left YouTube, obviously I'd gotten married and I felt pregnant, and I just gave birth a few months ago. And guys, I'm talking to you about my birth story, yeah? So the night before I gave birth, like let's say around like 8 p.m. kind of, I started getting contractions. And obviously I've been getting like fake contractions before then, like a few weeks before birth you get these fake contractions and all that. So I was getting fake the contractions, and one thing is, I was like, I don't want to go to the hospital yet, because I've heard stories, like I've watched different, like a lot of birthing vlogs, a lot. So I've heard stories. I don't want to go to the hospital too early, so they won't send me back home. And meanwhile, I'd gone to the hospital in the morning. I'd gone to the hospital in the morning and I got checked because I got my mucus plug. I was like, oh, like I'm bleeding. And then my husband was like, let's go to the hospital, let's go to the hospital. We got to the hospital and the doctor was telling me that, oh, you are not even going to make it till your next appointment, which was my 40 weeks appointment the next day. I said, okay, no problem. At this point, I was done with being pregnant. I was in pains. I was emotionally downcast. So the doctor had told me that I will not make it to my 40 weeks appointment, though, that I will give birth, you know, overnight. I said, okay. Everything was going good. So 8 p.m. comes. I'm going to blend this first before I add my beans. All right. Now we're going to add our beans. I'm adding it little by little so it doesn't splash on me. Like, have you seen my dress? We don't need omewa to be splashing on me like that. Okay, so I'm feeling these contractions and I didn't want to go to the hospital. I was timing it, of course, but I've never been through this process, so I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was fake contractions. Hold on. That was how I now decided, because I was craving I was just craving ewa going. I was like, I want to eat ewa going. I've been craving it for the past few days, so I was just like, you know what, I'll make ewa going. I'll make the stew at least. If I can't make the whole thing, I'll make the stew. And this is about 8 p.m. and I started prepping for ewa going. I prepped for the stew. I was making it, and in between contractions, I was putting everything together. Okay, I'm done blending to perfection until, you know, I'm okay with the smoothness. So I'm just going to take this lid off and pour in here. Whew. Okay, I'll actually add water because this is very thick. She is a thick lady. As I was saying before, my blender rudely interrupted us while I was getting the contractions. Yeah, hey, you should see me that day. In between contractions, like I'll be getting contractions, I'll be cutting pepper and be doing like this. I'll be rocking myself back and forth. So I got it to an extent and I was like, okay, I'll just go and take my bath, because I heard that taking bath also helps with, you know, heavy contractions like that. So I was like, I'll take my bath, like soak in a bath and stay there until, you know, I'm fine. And that helped. That really did help. I finished my bath, and by that time my stew had, you know, was done. I put everything in the fridge. This contraction did not leave me. Like, it was still going. I was still going. Then I went on the med ball. If you know, you know. I went on that ball. I sat there. I was rocking myself back and forth. Okay, I'm going to add my crayfish powder right here. And then this is my salt and Maggi or whatever seasoning powder you want to call it. Then I'll add that. Then I have my oil. Do you have oil? Do you have oil? I have oil in my house. I'll add that. Hey, I hope this don't overflow, because me, I get coconut head. So I will add my oil, and then I have my curry and my thyme here. I'm adding this in no particular sequence, guys, so, you know, do with that information what you will. So I added all of that. So these are my seasoning. One would think, Shower, why don't you change the bowl? But no, I have coconut head. I don't want to change the bowl. I want to use this bowl. But anyways, it's all good. I wanted to go and take something in the room, and this contraction, like, I was like, on my knees on the floor. I was start rocking back and forth. Before I know it, I just heard prayer on the floor, like just a little water. Like I said, I've peed though. I told my husband, I was like, babe, I just peed. He said, no, that's not pee. That's your water. Your water has broken. Let's go to the hospital. And the hospital had told me that once my water breaks, I should come to the hospital like immediately, because I tested positive for groupie strep. It's a bacteria. If the baby catches it, it will be, you know. I hope you can hear my baby in the background. So while he is doing his own, I'll be doing my own. I'm going to start shredding this fish, then shred the eggs, and then we'll now put everything together. You know what I mean? Okay. And I'm using gloves because I don't need my hand to be smelling like fish. I beg. Have you seen me? Have you seen how pretty I look? No, we can't. No. Okay, as I was saying though, so at this point my husband was like, okay, yeah, let's go to the hospital. We now went. So this was about 12, yeah, around 12 a.m 12 o'clock. We shall carried ourselves, drove to the hospital, got there by 12:30. We entered the triage. Yeah, that's what they call it. We entered triage, and the nurses were like, oh, we have to check you and make sure that you are dilated, because obviously if you're not dilated to like at least 5 centimeters, they will send you back home. So they were like, oh, they will check, and they will also check to make sure that it's really my water that broke and I didn't just pee. Because if you know pregnant women, they pee on themselves. I peed on myself. It was not funny. So yeah, they were like, oh, they have to test the water and whatnot. Anyways, we were shut there for like at least was like an hour in the triage. Things were getting progressive. Things were starting to get real. I was by the time they did all the tests, test this, test that, testing my water, this, I started like my face started getting blurry. My face started getting blurry. I was like, hey, I'm starting to feel, you know, a little cold. I'm cold. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? And I kept asking the nurses, am I supposed to feel cold? Like I'm cold all of a sudden. They were like, oh yeah, that's normal. And again, another thing they do is nurses and doctors, all of them, like that's normal is like doctors, and that's normal is like this 5 and 6. They'll be telling you that's normal. I'll be like, what the fuck? What do you mean it's normal? We're not cussing on this channel, okay? Anyways, I'm going to move on to cutting my eggs. So the nurse was like, oh, that's normal. At this point, by the time the nurse will come and say, oh, your water came back positive and it's really your water, so they will send me to my birthing unit. At that point, like, I couldn't see clearly again. My body was still shaking, and then before I know it, I vomited all over the place. Like, guys, I've not vomited in a long time, so I really just went brrr. I said, am I supposed to vomit? Why did I just vomit? They said, oh yeah, that's part of the process. The contractions was also getting worse. The pressure was getting worse. I said, hey God. this is not even this was the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so I was not like, hey God. They carried me. At that point they were like, oh, we can take you to the birthing unit, and up to the birthing unit. We got there. So yeah, before we move forward with our story, this is my Moi Moi pouch. If you are in the abroad, or maybe you are in Nigeria, I don't know, and this is, nobody's paying me to say this, but this good. So I'm going to use my main pouch, and then we're going to start, putting everything together. I'll first of all open them up because it makes it easier for me to just, I'll open them up and then put them aside. Anyways, we got to the birthing unit, and one thing I was saying throughout my pregnancy was, oh, I'm not going to get epidural. I laugh in different languages because, epidural is this, epidural is that. I've read so many stories. The needle they will put on your body was long. I should have said all of that. You see, when we got to the birthing unit and this contraction got real, I mean, it was, I told my husband, I like, before we even got to the birthing unit, I was asking, I said, okay, so when we go upstairs, I can get epidural, right? They said, yeah. I told my husband, I was like, yo, I want to get the epidural. Like, I don't even care. I want to get the epidural. We got there. I was asking them, when is the doctor coming to give me epidural? When is the doctor coming to give me epidural? And when they sent me upstairs, I was about 5 centimeters dilated. When are they going to give me? Because I really thought to myself, I said, can I bear this pain? I was like, yeah, I can actually bear the pain. I can, yeah, if I have to, I can tough it up and be, bigger. But I was not like, do I have to? You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't have to go through the pain. Like, if I'm going to get epidural and like I'll feel relief a little bit, just a little bit, I'll get it a big. I cannot come and go and die on top of this matter. Doctor came and gave me epidural. I mean, if you see the way I was cursing, I was my husband was like, she was so cursing now. I said, I even cursed at him. I said, what do you mean I should stop cursing? Are you kidding me? I'm in pain. He said, sorry. We have curse what you want. Even the nurse was like, oh wow, she has a potty mouth. I said, I beg, leave me alone. I said, please leave me alone. When they gave me the epidural, I was still feeling the pain. And I was yelling at, I said, am I supposed to still feel this pain? Like, I'm still feeling pain. Why am I still feeling pain? And they said, oh, it takes like 20 minutes to kick in, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay. If you see the way I was looking at the time, I was just like staring at the time like, 20 minutes finished like this. I said, what, 20 minutes in your rooney? Where is the 20 minutes is gone? I'm still feeling the pain. I said they had to increase the dosage like 3 times before I could like eventually calm down. And at this point though, this was about, I think it was about 5 a.m. So the nurse was like, oh, we're going to leave you so you can sleep. And at that point I was not even like fully like super dilated at yes, they now left me 5 a.m. and me and my husband, we slept till about 8 before I was like fully dilated. Like, nurse came, she said, oh yeah, you're 10 centimeter dilated. Do you want to push? Do you want to start pushing now, or do you want to wait 2 hours before your body will naturally, like, you know, be pushing the baby and all that stuff? I said, be cool, hey Joe, I'll start pushing. So I'm going to actually like do all of this off camera, like put everything together off camera, and then we'll visit our story, so stay tuned. Okay, I've finished putting the pouches together, and I'm going to now start cooking the moi moi. Welcome to kitchen cleanup. So where did I stop? If I tell you that I pushed for like 2 hours, good 2 hours. I was pushing and pushing and pushing. At some point, like, the baby's head started showing. They were like, oh, like everybody got excited. They were like, oh, keep going, you're doing good, you're doing this. Me, I thought they were booing me. I thought they were lying to me. They said they can see the baby's head, blah blah blah. So at some point, the baby's head would come out, then go back in, then come out, then go back. What is happening? Eventually, what now happened was the baby pooped inside. I was getting tired of pushing. Baby was also like getting tired, like his heart rate was, I think, was increasing. And then yeah, baby pooped. So the nurse called the doctors came in, and they were like, oh, that they might have to like do like an assist birth. It's like a forceps delivery kind of thing. So I think what they did was they put like forceps inside of me, you know. And then the doctors told me and my husband that they will have to take me into the operating room so we can do it there. And they were now reading the side effects of that. They said his head could come out potentially damaged. It could come out with brain damage. It could come out skinny con. They were telling us everything. At this point, me, I've surrendered from the beginning. I surrendered everything. I was just like, hey God, I surrender all. In my head, I was like, you know what? Anything that happens with this birth or whatnot, I just pray for a healthy mom, healthy baby. So they wheeled us to the OR. We got to the OR. Doctors said, oh yeah, like you just have to push the way you were pushing before, and then we will try to do the forceps delivery. I said okay. They increased the dosage of my I think they increased the dosage of my epidural. They had drugged me up. They made sure that, you know, I wasn't feeling a bunch of pain. They now told me to push and to push. I was pushing, even though I couldn't really feel anything. I was pushing and pushing. Oh, baby no gree come out though. Baby said nope, I am not coming out. I all of a sudden want to stay. Doctors now said, oh no, they can't, like the forceps thing is not working, that they have to do operation. All right, so now that our moi moi is done, I have two here. I'm going to eat two. Yeah, like the doctors couldn't do the forceps delivery. They now said or they have to do cesarean section, which is CS. They have to do the surgery, and a bit too extra. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let's do the second one. Oh my goodness. Anyways, that was how they did surgery, and baby came out. I mean, like I was praying and I was like telling God, though, this has to go well, this has to this has to that. Like, God answered our prayer. But let's taste this. If you don't know already, if you do not already know, I can cook. No, forget it. Tobango, bagbish, shabalaba. I can cook. Go, I beg. Listen. This is the end of the video. This is the part where I leave you guys because I'm about to go eat and enjoy this food. But if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. There's gonna be more videos like this. I mean, when I say more video like this, I mean me just chit-chatting with you guys, giving you gists, and you know, I was just vibing in the kitchen, you know what I mean? So if you enjoyed this kind of video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you can be notified anytime I post a new video. And please be cool, share with your friends so they can subscribe. Okay, thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day. Bye. They never see me coming. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, all right. Okay, hey, Loki.